Welcome back to my channel. Today we are back at another apartment. This one I have showed you before, but there are a couple new developments that I want to point out. We are here in the Bole Hayarat or 24 area. As you can see, it is very close to the brand new stadium that's being built right behind us over there. This is going to be a prime location. Really great for living, or even if you wanted to use this as an Airbnb, I think this is going to be the perfect place for you. This is a G+8 plus terrace building. It has 3 apartments per floor. It is, for the most part, fully residential. There's no commercial shops or anything like that, just only a nice cafe restaurant down at the bottom, the ground level of the building, and it has a separate access point from the rest of the residential area, which is really nice. We're standing up here on the terrace, and as you can see, this is a beautiful place, a gorgeous neighborhood, and the bonus about this property is that it is riverfront. It is a riverfront property. So on one of the units, which I will show you in just a minute, you get a beautiful view of the river and the green area. So I just wanted to point that out. There are 2 basements in this building. So each apartment gets 1 parking space, but there are more parking spaces actually than there are apartment units. So in case you have 2 cars or guests, we may be able to work something out for you guys. All right, let's head downstairs and take a look at the apartments. Okay, so here we are on the 2nd floor. As you can see, there are 3 apartments per floor right behind me, and there is this spacious kind of lobby area right here, which is very key. So if you're moving furniture in and out, you have plenty of space to maneuver. Right over here, last time we did this video, actually, there was no elevator. Right now, the elevator has arrived and it's been installed. So the lift is here. You can't see because the doors are closed right now, but it's actually very deep inside. So let's say, for example, outside of moving furniture, there is some kind of medical emergency and you need an ambulance and a medical stretcher bed. This lift can fit the entire length of the bed. So you don't have to worry about, having to find a way to get down the building and not use the lift. It has plenty of room for an emergency situation. Even if they wheel the bed out, as you can see, this area is so large, they can turn it any way they need to access the apartment. So I think that is a very smart feature that they have included here in this developed building. Over on this side, you can see that they have all of the utilities installed, electrical, the plumbing for water. And what you will notice is that there are 3 different access pipes for water. So that means each apartment gets their own water pipe. So you don't have to worry about having to share, the water bill with your neighbor. Yours is yours, and what you use, you pay for. So, like I said, before we move to the apartments, one more thing. There is this emergency water fire hose. So in case of a fire, you can open that and put the fire out easily. So that explains kind of all the utilities here in the common area. Right here, you will see there are 3 apartments. This is the smallest one on my left. We have a 150 square meter apartment. In the middle is the largest, 171 square meters. And then there on that side, the middle one, 153 square meters of space. Here in the middle, on my first video, you may have seen me go in depth about this middle one because it is the largest. However, it has already sold out. Can you guys believe it? Within 2 months of doing that video, that unit has already sold out, and the smaller ones on the side are also selling quickly. There's only a few left available in stock. So we're gonna focus on those 2 today, and let's start with the smaller one here, and then we'll take a look at the larger one. So right on this side, we have the 150 square meter apartment. All of the units are 3 bedroom. So as you enter into the space, you see that you have a nice, large living room, dining room area here. I would most likely put the living room on this side of the room with the TV on that wall, and maybe have the sofa curve around here and then towards this back wall on that side. That's kind of what I would do to kind of have a nice open layout when you enter into the apartment. And then the dining room would be here on this side. You can do a light up there, you know, a beautiful light hanging above a nice dining room table in this area. Plenty of space for any shape or style dining room table you want to have. Right over here, as you can tell, this apartment is very bright. You get lots of natural light. That's because they have a big window right here off the front of the apartment, or I guess this is the back side. And then you get a walkout balcony over here. Let's step out to show you guys. Very generous space here on the balcony, very wide. So it does have access from the living room as well as the kitchen, which we'll show you. We'll come in on that side to show you the kitchen. But everything is being finished up. The railing is metal here, black metal, so it'll look really nice and modern with the white walls. Beautiful. All right, let's head back in. And again, when you close it up, it's still pretty quiet in here. That window is open, so you might hear a little bit of noise, but generally, once that's closed and then this door, it's a very quiet residential area. Okay, so we're back here in the living room area. The kitchen is on that side, but I'll show you last. We'll head down this way to the bedrooms. As you can see, they're nice and separated from the common area spaces. And you have a beautiful corridor down here where all the bedrooms are located. The first one is right on this side. Very, very decent sized bedrooms here in this apartment. The bed goes on this back wall over here. And then you have some end tables or bedside stands that you can put. There's space for that. And then your electrical outlets and light switches and things on the side of the bed here. So then you also have a nice, good sized window in this room that allows you to have plenty of natural light. And then I believe that you could do a closet, a small like closet space like right in here. That would work perfectly. But generally this is a really nice sized room. All right, coming across the hall here, we have bedroom number 2. Right on this side. This one is a little bit smaller. It seems like the bed goes on this side of the wall, right here. So you've got a bed that can fit that way. Probably a full-size bed can fit in this room comfortably. And then closet space, maybe here on this side of the wall. And the good thing is that you do also have a window. It is an interior window, so it doesn't get the natural ventilation, but you do get some natural light in this room. So I think that is helpful. I'm glad that they put that window there. So as we continue down the hall, you see that there is a common bathroom here. For those 2 bedrooms that we just saw, actually this is a very good sized bathroom. It looks like, let's see if we can figure out the layout here. The sink goes on this side, so this is where the sink will be. And then they're gonna put in some kind of mirror vanity up here with the backlighting. And then over on this side, you've got the toilet here. This is for the toilet. And then the shower would go on this side. So, you know, hopefully maybe like a small glass square right here. And then they do have a window in the bathroom over here, tucked away in the corner right there. And it does open for some ventilation and you get some natural light in the bathroom. All right, this is a good sized one. I like it. Heading down at the end of the hall, we have the master or primary bedroom here. This is a really good sized bedroom, very large. Bed goes on this side of the wall. You have your light switch and outlets here on either side of the bed. Plenty of room for a king size bed, plus the nightstands on either side. Over in this corner, this is where you're gonna put the closets. You can make it look kind of built in because it will fit right in this space here. On this side, you've got more outlets. You could do a TV in your room if you wanted to. They have space for it there. And you also have more space, even on this side, to maybe do like a coffee table, some small chairs or something like that if you wanted to make like a reading space or something. Of course, this is the master ensuite bathroom here. And you don't mind this. They're still finishing up the, the work in here. But you've got a nice size shower on this side of the room, right in here. A nice large window for natural light and ventilation up there. And then over on this side, the toilet's gonna be here. And then we've got the sink on that side. Very good sized bathroom here. And as you can tell, all the tile work has been done in the bathrooms and on the floor. And what's unique about this builder is that when you come in person to see the unit, you can choose, some floors have different styles of tiles on the floor and on the wall. So I just wanted to point that out. There are different tile options depending on the floor. My favorite part about this room, about this apartment, is it has a balcony off of the master bedroom, and you get an amazing view of this gorgeous waterfall and river. So this is a Riverside apartment, which I think is a huge plus if you were to choose this unit. So you can see in this area, there are still some homes here. But this whole space on the side of the apartment and on the other side of the river is going to be a green area. So the government has been doing riverside projects all around the city, and this is going to be another one of those. So all of these homes that you see right here won't be here much longer, unfortunately, but this is going to turn into a green area for the neighborhood. So your view is going to be spectacular, and then you get that therapeutic sounds of the water. And closing up the door here, quiet, very nice. You can still hear a little bit of the water in the background, but I think that's so nice, especially in the evening, just to kind of put you to bed, you know? Okay, so this is the 150 square meter apartment. It is very large. Let's take a look at the kitchen before we head out and see the 153 square meter apartment. Okay, so this is the kitchen. As you can see, it is very spacious kitchen. That is what I love about these units. All of them have beautiful spacious kitchens, plenty of room here along the side. You've got the sink there on that end. And then this is kind of where the cooking, I think, is gonna happen on this side. And however you wanna set it up, you've got your fridge, like probably over there. It's gonna be really a beautiful kitchen once you put your finishing touches on it. There's plenty of room along the walls for cabinets and storage. And of course, these apartments do come fully finished. However, you're gonna have to do kitchen cabinets, closets, and light fixtures. Outside of those three, everything will be completely finished for you. Another important fact about the kitchen is that it has a storage space right over here. Very good storage. You could use this as a maid's room if you wanted, because it does have a window back there. And I think a bed could fit from this side going that way. So you could use it as storage or a maid's room if you wanted to. All right, let's check out the other one. Before we head over there, I just wanted to show you the balcony. Okay, so as I told you, this balcony right here is shared on the kitchen side as well as the living room side. So here is the kitchen part where we were just showing you all the full layout, the storage. This is the window for the storage unit or maid's room right there. So you get this nice spacious balcony here off the kitchen and living room to, you know, do whatever you need to do out here. All right, let's see the other apartment. Okay, so the other apartment we're gonna see today is at the opposite end of the hall. And as we're entering, I wanna show you how beautiful these doors are. Very, very nice. It's a two-sided door here. I'll leave that like that. But it is almost like a white textured door. Very, very nice. And then you've got the peephole here to look out and see who's there at the door. Very beautiful doors. Pretty solid too. Okay, so here is the second apartment. It's 153 square meters. Again, you have a nice spacious living room, dining room area right over here. If it were me, I would do the dining room on this side of the room, right under here maybe, or on this wall, somewhere in this space here. You don't want to cut off the hallway portion, but just kind of put it in an area, maybe a round table I think would work really well right here. And then over here, I would have the living room space. and maybe do a sofa on this side, one over here, and then put the TV on that wall. Since it's the largest wall, it makes the most sense to be over here. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so on this unit, there is a balcony as well, right outside of here. Let's step out. It only has one access. It's from the living room side. There's no other access over here, but you got a nice view, a nice spacious balcony, plenty of room for, you know, your laundry or cooking buna, that kind of thing. And then right over here, we'll just do the kitchen last again. So let's come down this way to see the bedrooms. All of the apartments are 3-bedroom. So right over here, you actually have a common bathroom first. Very nice common bathroom area. Window there at the back for some natural light and ventilation. That's also where the shower is. Shower will be here. There's a drain. They'll cut that off and make it flat. Right here, this is where the toilet will be. So you can have a glass closing off the shower. And then here towards the door is where the sink will be. The sink and mirror vanity. That's the layout of the bathroom. Very good size. So this bedroom here on my left and then the one over there are gonna share that common bathroom. So right here, this is the first bedroom. Again, all of them have very decent space. The bed goes on this wall. You've got your outlets, switches, light switches, things on the side. Plenty of room for a king or queen size bed if you wanted to. It's very spacious. And then over here, we have a nice big window. You can actually see the balcony from here, but you can't walk out. So you get lots of natural light and ventilation in this room. And then for the closet space, you may be able to put something here, maybe on the side of the door or on that side. It depends how you want to lay it out. Again, like I said, the closets will be your responsibility after you have paid and moved in. All right, second bedroom. So last time I showed this apartment, this bedroom actually looked pretty dark. But as you can see, it's not dark at all. It has plenty of natural light and a lot of good space here in this bedroom. I'm excited that I came for a second time to show you, just in case you were thinking last time, oh, this bedroom is too dark. So the bed goes here at the end of the room. This is a long room, plenty of space. Beautiful bright window up here for natural light and ventilation. And then plenty of space for closet. Maybe doing it on that side makes sense. So this is the second bedroom here. All right, last but not least, we have the master or primary bedroom here. It is again at the end of the hall. Beautiful space, very large bedroom. Bed goes here on this side of the wall. King size bed definitely can fit very easily in here with 2 nightstands on either side of the bed. The closet actually goes there in the corner. They have a cutout space for you. So it makes sense where it would go. Over here, you've got your light switches, more outlets. You could do a TV on the wall if you wanted to here in this bedroom. And there is a nice spacious walkout balcony right over here. I don't know if you guys saw the black rails in the hallway, but they're about to be installed right here for this balcony. And there is a light up there as well. So if you wanted to sit out in the evening, you have some light. And right over here, there's the ensuite master bathroom. This is actually a really good sized master bathroom as well. The toilet goes here, sink on that side, and then the shower over here. So you got the window for natural light, ventilation, toilet, sink, and then Fatika standing in our shower. We'll switch places so we can show you right over here, and then you have the glass on this side. And then you have your shower space. Really good bathroom size, I like it. Beautiful apartments here. Again, we are in Bole Hayarat. As I mentioned earlier in the video, this area is changing quite a bit, and it is going to be a beautiful place to live. Bless you, Fasika, in case you guys heard her sneeze. So this is gonna be a really nice neighborhood. It is riverfront property, especially on the first apartment that I showed you. You get a nice view of the river, the waterfall, plenty of space. They're both 3-bedroom units. Like I said, the common space there is nice and wide, spacious, so you can move furniture around. If you're in a wheelchair or if there's an emergency, you don't have to worry about space at all. So each apartment, like I said, is sold for 120,000 Birr per square meter. So that brings the price around 18 million. You guys can calculate the exact amount. If you wanted to pay in full, you get that price. If you want to pay 6 months now, half now, and then half when it's fully finished, when everything's done, then the price goes to 125,000 Birr per square meter. But at this amazing price, you have to move quickly because the developer told us that within 1 month, they're going to be increasing the price. It's going to become significantly more expensive. Almost maybe even 150,000 Birr per square meter. So that will change the price completely. And the reason for the price change is because the area is developing quickly. This is going to be, just the same way we've seen other parts of Addis transform, like Kasanchis and different parts of Addis. This is going to be the same way. It's going to transform dramatically, especially with that green area that I told you guys about before. So a couple things to remember about the building. There is that beautiful terrace that we saw, lots of space for fresh air and just enjoying the amenity up there. There's no gym or swimming pool, steam or sauna, but there is 2 levels of underground parking, which is great. There's more than enough parking spaces for everyone to have 1 parking space per unit. In fact, there's more parking than even apartments. So that's gonna be enough for guests or even husband and wife. If you have 2 cars, you may be able to get 2 spaces or something like that. So that's something I wanted to point out. Also in the ground lobby area, which I'll show you as we head downstairs, there will be a cafe, restaurant type of space that has a separate entrance from the residence. So once we head downstairs, I will show you guys that. But yes, this is really an amazing apartment, amazing price, great location, and I encourage you guys to act quickly. All right, let's head downstairs to see the final part, and then we'll close out the video. Before we head out of this unit, let me make sure I show you guys this kitchen. It is a closed kitchen, just like the other unit, but this one is long and narrow. You've got a nice big window here on the back end of the kitchen. You get plenty of fresh air, natural light here on this side. This is perfect. It looks like maybe you could do the washing machine here, because I see some water piping and then a water outpost right there. So I think the washing machine could go on this side, and then you've got the sink set up over here on that side. This is a drain. They're gonna cut that off and make it flat. And then over here, you've got your cooking space, your stove, oven, fridge, looks like it could be there. And then in this back part, you could use this as a storage space or maybe a space for a live-in maid if you had one. But most likely, I would use this as storage. So like I mentioned to you when we were upstairs in the apartments, the ground floor does have a restaurant here. So this is the restaurant space. As you can see, they're just finishing up the work down here. So it will be a full restaurant with a kitchen back there behind the door and a cafe as well at the same time. So this is going to be open to the public, and the main entrance for this restaurant is going to be right that way. But there is a separate entrance for the residents, which is kind of around the corner on that side. I'll show you in just a minute. So right over here, this is going to be the car entrance for the parking garage. It's sloped down that way. So residents will go in there and park and then use the elevator lift to go directly up to their apartment. One of the perks of having this cafe restaurant here on the ground floor is that if you were here either as a resident or as somebody who is just a short-term tenant, you can order food or drinks up to your apartment directly. So sometimes if you don't feel like cooking, you've got food on site. So that's really an important thing to point out. Also, it looks like there is another gate over there. So they may have a small parking area right there, or just somebody to pull in or pull back out. So that is on that side. And as we cross through here, I'll show you the entrance for the residents. They are finishing things up. All of this should be completed within 3 months' time. The apartments, the common area, the restaurant, everything should be finished in 3 months. So make sure that you guys don't forget when you're looking at this, it is going to be completely finished. So right here, that gate in front of us is going to be where the residents can enter. So this open space right here will be another door. So the residents who are coming in to go into their apartments, they don't have to come through the restaurant side. You can come directly in here, straight to your apartment. I'm not exactly sure what all else is happening down here. There may be a reception, maybe some restrooms or things like that. So then, excuse me, you would walk straight this way to where the lift is and go up to your apartment. So all of these doors here where the restaurant is, those will be closed off. So you won't have to worry about, people coming in and out of the apartment space. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you are interested in purchasing one of these apartments, make sure you guys contact us at the number here on the screen. They are going quickly. Like I said, the 171 square meter apartment is already sold out. And the smaller ones that I showed you today are almost selling quickly, almost sold out. So make sure you guys reach out to us, not only to get the unit that you want, but also to get the amazing price that I told you about earlier. It will be going up within a month or so. So don't blame me if you guys come and the price has already changed. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.